You know what's really crazy?
Yeah.
He's in the Cult, right?
Yeah.
Which is a band I've always loved. Love him. Oh, I've listened to the Cult since I was 10 years old or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In England, and he's in a band. He's in the Cult. He's also in a band with another guy named that he occasionally plays with,
Frankie
Perez.
Yep.
And Bill Burr is jammed with that. With Frankie Perez and Grant.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I looked that up. I know.
Because I listened to
I listened to Bill Burr, and they was talking about it.
Yeah. I was listening to that too, going, fuck, this is mad. He was like, man, Frankie Perez has got this drummer. She's just a shit, some black girl. He's like, and then the whole band is just fucking tight.
And he said he was doing some song.
Jesus.
Doing some song, and he missed the fill, and the bass player's just going, doom, doom, which is Grant. He was talking about Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, goosebumps. Hey, what was I saying? This like thing. Why the hell am I in a cover band? And I know why now. I can't wait for the fucking song to be finished to take the piss on the crowd. Like, it's a genuine thing. The song is something like to actually work the song out. Is the challenge, like the puzzle, the timing and the puzzle. Wow, and then I'm like, wow, I can sing that song, or like, wow, that's that's how those guys do that song. Puzzle is complete. Bang, put it over there, and then once you start singing it all the time, it goes good with the crowd. Yep, they dance to it all the time. We found another winner. Guys. And then you categorise it in your mind over there. Job is done. It's a winner. It's going to always be a winner. Put it over there. But then I realised I can't wait for it to be gone. So all these songs, so I can take the piss out of the crowd.
Did I give you a DVD or a disc of the gig that we did with the Bastards at Camp and Jam?
Yeah. No, not a disc.
Not like a video
I listened
disc.
To it somewhere.
Yeah, no, but there's a couple of tracks that were put on in social media.
Yeah, it was great. It was funny.
Yeah.
Same
thing.
Yeah.
Like when we did that gig. When we did that gig.
Oh, they're going to the Japanese restaurant.
It was so funny because I was just coming up with stuff between songs and people were just fucking cracking up.
Didn't someone have a problem? Rowie had a problem with his guitar or something?
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious, man.
Yeah. So the guitar player's guitar cut out in like 90 seconds into the first song.
Is it on the Bastards page, Facebook page?
No, it's on the Bastards. You can look at it on. That's a great bar. We go there with Paul all the time.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's magic. Mate, that's great.
Yeah.
Paul gave the waitress $50 tip last time we were in there. It's a great spot. It really is. Stop there on the way out. But so Rowie's guitar cuts out, and it's real pace. It's like a 45. It's down, and I just said to the bass player, "Listen, before the gig started." Like a week before the gig, we were preparing, and I just said to the bass player, "Look, this happens sometimes. It hasn't happened in ages." And Rowie's like, "No, I'll fix that." And I was like, "No." I said, "If it does, just keep playing whatever you're playing. I'll freestyle some lyrics." And then it happened, and I just made up lyrics the whole time, joking about how fucking terrible it was that had happened, and just making up a story. And then he came back in, and it was like, "We made it." And then we kept going. And then at the end I was like, well, I don't think anyone noticed. Well, your fucking guitar tech didn't notice, because the guitar tech's sitting there for 40 seconds just staring into space. And
it was really funny though.
Yeah.
And even whoever was recording it in the crowd, you could hear everyone cracking up.
Yeah. And then we did Summer's Coming Home, and I introduced the song, and I said, lyrics to this are a bit rapey, and everyone was laughing. and then I sang the lyrics, and then everyone was clapping. I said, it's not often you get a round of applause for being a misogynist. So
you had a rehearsal the other night.
There was just jokes all the way through, and I thought, man, I love making jokes off the cuff. You know what it got me thinking about though? Down at Tugan, they've got Tugan Players. They've got Tugan Progress Hall. They've got a theatre there.
Yeah.
Where local people who write plays, submit the plays, and then And I was thinking I should get involved with those guys. I should actually go down there. Fucking hell, what's going on here?
What?
Let's just come out of the ground.
Casino, yeah, man.
What?
That's the new section
hotel.
of the casino, yeah. What's the casino? So,
But it just looks...
yeah.
It looks in the wrong place.
Yep.
Like you've got this big, massive, I wouldn't say beautiful building, but it's a...
It's an iconic shape.
It's an iconic shape. It's a...
Yeah. And they've stuck this thing in front of it.
And they've just built a wing onto it, which is just...
Do you remember when they built the toaster in front of the Sydney Opera House?
Yeah, I was in Sydney for that, yeah.
Me too.
Everyone was losing their shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't compare Jupiter's to...
No.
What else have you been on Netflix? I'll tell you what I've been on. 2 shows. Toast of London. Funny shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you will crack up laughing at that. And then...
What is it, a TV show or a movie?
So there's 3 seasons of it. It's an English comedian called Matt Berry, who's been in The It Crowd, Mighty Boosh, loads of funny shows over the last 10 years. He plays an out-of-work actor who's just trying to get work. And he gets a job every show, but it always turns to shit.
Right.
You know? And he has other actors that he hates.
Okay.
That are his, like, you know, nemesis.
Is it like the extras? You like the extras?
It's kind of like
in that way, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a guy in it called Ray Purchase, and every time they meet, it gets violent. You know, they start like ridiculous fights. You know what I mean, with guns and knives and shit. And he's shagging Ray Purchase's wife all the way through it, and it's just a funny, warped show.
Wow, it's taking shape. Look at that, they're building across the river.
Mate, that is nuts. That is mad to see.
Yeah. Okay, that's the show.
Yes, the Toast of London's good. I've been watching Mark Maron. He's the guy who has the WTF podcast that Obama was on.
What's his show then?
His show is called Maron.
Okay.
And he was in a film as well recently. I got to tell you about Johnny's party at the weekend. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, the stripper.
Fucking hell. So it's not on in the casino, is it? It's a QT.
Oh, shit, yeah. Thank you.
I was going to say. We drive around the car park going, well, this isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Johnny's party. So a gay guy. So this is... Okay, so we just talked about the cult. Now I talk about the other dude who has a similar vibe to the singer from the cult, Ian Astbury. This is Jeff Martin from the Tea Party. Ian Astbury ended up being the singer for the Doors when they reformed without the drummer and Jim. Ian Astbury was the singer. So they first asked Jeff Martin, who's the lead Canadian singer from the Tea Party. I bought one of their singles when they first hit it.
Yep.
Temptation.
Yeah. Temptation.
It was just
it's a wicked song.
It's a wicked singer. He's a great singer, great song. And so anyway, I've always liked the Tea Party. I've always thought they were good. Went to a party on the weekend. Singer from the Tea Party's going to be there. I didn't know that he was going to be there. I knew that the guy hosting the party was connected to him because he photographed his wedding. So then we get to the party. There's a little stage set up. Jeff Martin comes in, pulls out a guitar and a bunch of pedals, hooks up in 5 minutes, and people are handing out song lyrics sheets. And what he's done is he comes on, he plays a Bowie song, a Zeppelin song, and I think a Queen song. And Johnny's gay, the guy's birthday it is, and then he revisits the Bowie song, and he's rewritten all the lyrics about Johnny. Right. And he's he did Stairway to Heaven, and he's just fucking one guy on a guitar just stamping his foot, just rocking, you know, just brilliantly performs these songs. And then when he goes to do the third song, everyone's been handed these lyric sheets, and Johnny doesn't know that. And next thing, Jeff's singing and Johnny's at the front and everyone's behind Johnny and they all join in. And I'm watching this thinking, fuck, you know what I mean? Talk about having the balls to go in to a place not giving a fuck, you know, like as a performer. This guy didn't know anybody, didn't know probably 85% of the people there at this party. And he's got someone to hand them all song lyrics and just said sing, and they did it. Wow. You know?
Yeah.
And apparently now, this is the other thing that Jeff's doing for Johnny. He's going to have he he actually recorded this David Bowie song with lyrics about Johnny. He recorded it in a studio, and he's going to get it pressed into like a 12-inch vinyl record and give Johnny the vinyl.
Nice.
As a present.
That's nice.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, man. You know, I didn't tell you that I've had on this podcast his guitarist, his travelling guitarist, not for the Tea Party, but he's...
somebody that works with him at times, yeah.
Yeah, and he produces him, Corey DeLuca.
Okay.
Was his name. So, but I didn't tell you that over the phone, but he's been on in Byron Bay. I think he's one of those artists that came to Australia, you know, with your... have you heard those stories of, like, a band could be massive in your hometown, and you're like, oh my God, they're huge! They're huge, they must be huge in the States. But turns out, fucking no one knows them in the States. They're just huge in the hometown you're in. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Imagine if you were a band on the Gold Coast, you release your stuff, and oh my God, Ireland goes nuts.
Yeah.
And, well, that's... I think that's what happened with the Tea Party.
So people in Byron just went mad for it.
Yeah.
And
who's another one that was always here? Frisch, what's his name?
Well, you know what? I'm amazed.
Hypocrisy? What's his name?
Oh, yeah, Michael Franti.
Yeah, was here every year.
I've been to loads of blues fests. Like every year. I've been to Blues Fest every year for the last 6 years now. Maybe even 7. And I was there when Michael Franti kind of first did it.
Yep.
And he was doing the songs from the album Everyone Deserves Music, and I've got that album. It's a great album. And I just, actually, when he did that, I had just bought a DVD of Michael Franti's called You Are Not Alone, I think it is. And it was basically him visiting all of these war-torn countries and interviewing all these people involved in the struggle.
Okay.
On both sides, and introducing them to each other. Like, he goes to Palestine and Israel and goes up to soldiers at the wall, and he's talking to them, and he's saying, "Yeah, these are people that you know that you're letting through. You have to lighten up, you know."
Yeah.
And he was jamming with hip hop bands, and then jamming with other bands like MCs who are like full on
television, the drug of a nation.
He's a switched on guy. He's friends with Bob Dylan as well.
Okay.
Michael Franti. He's a switched on dude, and like that. Byron went off so much for him because he has great music, but also because a lot of people appreciate him as an artist who's done a lot of these films like and documentaries that helping the world leave a better place. So yeah.
So Jeff
Martin's come to Byron.
Well, he's moved here.
He lives here now. He owns
a
couple of acres and $1 million house. Well, probably $2 million house.
Are they from Canada? Yeah. I heard he had a studio. I think he's got a studio down there, maybe, or he did.
Yeah.
Well, here we are, dude. Surfers Paradise.
I know, I'm stuck in traffic on a Friday night. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll finish this up. We might record after the boxing.
Yep.
I feel like I need to see some head punching, man. I do. Anyway, but if not, over and out.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you feeling good, Carlos?
I'm feeling great, mate.
Can we say your real name yet?
Yeah, Carl Howard.
Carl Howard, finally!
Carl Howard.
Carl Howard.
The Greasy Belcher.
Yeah, what's your Twitter handle again?
Well, I write...
Oh, yeah, and your Instagram.
I write a lot of fictional articles and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I'll talk about, the US elections, because that just happened recently, right? I'll hold this until we get there.
Okay.
And this is where I get really fucking animated.
Awesome.
US elections recently happened. I write fictional gonzo Hunter Thompson type weirdness on a website called greasybelcher.com, and I wrote an article recently, and the end of the article, I was talking about Hillary versus Trump, and I was making it out as if it was, well, it's true. I'd been trying to write the article for months. So much bizarre shit was coming out. I was like, you know what? Every time I try and get off on a tangent here, something else just destroys it, and I end up deleting what I've written because
in the real world.
Because it's just I'm trying to base this on stuff and